Welcome back. Today we won't be making a game, or like last time, we won't be creating a fish to clean the ocean. But rather today we'll be making our own soccer game. So it's gonna be pretty simple and pretty fast. So exactly like last time, we really do not need the cat this time again. So we're gonna delete him. First, we're gonna add a backdrop, and go over to sports. And now we have two soccer options. But since we're only having one player, we're gonna take soccer two. So that gives us both sides, which is good for us. I'm looking for people who play sports, so just move over to the sports area. And you can see multiple sports loading. Since we're focused on soccer today, we're taking Ben, and also we'll take Jordan. Because these two sprites are our main sprites. I think our only sprites who play soccer for this. As we can see, they're both too big for this pitch, to 50, which will make them look way better on the court. And that's 50. And now they need a ball to play with. So, soccer ball. We'll take that. Now, back on Ben. What we want to do. Hang on. My soccer ball didn't load. There we go. Now we want to, yeah, there we go. What we want to do is try and center the soccer ball. So we're going to change that to 50 to kind of match them. And try to put it right on that dot so it's completely centered. And now on Ben, what we're going to do, the ball first. And also, we're just going to make sure Jordan is looking the right way. So first we'll pull her down and then change the direction to the second option and then turn her to negative 90 degrees. So the game is like an actual game. So from there, this is one of the two green flags we're going to use today on the event. Where we click the green flag. So we'll take go to negative 163 and negative 64. So no matter where he goes, we click it, he goes back right there. Of this backdrop, it automatically just gives you the referee whistle. So what you want to do is place this right here. So as soon as it starts, as soon as he's to start the game. But we're not just gonna have kickoff immediately. We're gonna wait a few seconds, maybe 2 seconds. And then we want him to glide towards the ball. We don't want him to just teleport there. Costumes. You see he has this motion, kind of like he's running. He has this kicking. He has this, let's say, celebrating. And this could also be like a celebratory motion. So we're gonna stick on Ben A for now. And what we want is to move him right to the ball, right here. And then we want these coordinates. We're going to change the X to negative 28, and then the Y to negative 61. This is the exact coordinates of where he's standing right now, which is close to the ball. And from there, we want to go under looks, and then switch his costume. Now this says switch for Ben D, it's he just standing. He can't kick the ball like this. But in this motion, he can actually kick the ball. So from there, we want to switch this over to Ben B. And now we want him to, he's gonna think that he's gonna score a goal. So we'll go over to say hello and switch that to goal. Not a few exclamation marks, just how happy he is. And then as soon as he says goal right after he kicks it, under looks, we're gonna switch his costume now, whichever one you want. So for C, and right now, this is what happens. He runs straight there, and he's currently right like that. So what we want, let's say, if we move this out first and we click it, he's still like this because we haven't really changed his motion. So we're gonna keep move his costume back to Ben A, click it, then start it up again. So now he runs to it and stays there. So from this, we're gonna switch his costume when he gets there. Add a say goal. Or just in case something like this happens, he doesn't switch back. We're just gonna make sure right here, we're gonna put a switch costume. So now whenever we click it, motion, and he runs to the ball, and then he kicks. So from there, we're gonna add this, and now he's gonna be celebrating after he yells a goal. So now the ball doesn't really do anything. What we're gonna do is under the events tab, we're gonna use the broadcast and say ball. We can use ball is kicked. We just use that, or we could just completely scrap it and say ball moves to Jordan. which is our order player. So now the ball is our second code. What we're gonna do under ball. Now we can totally just remove him for now. Let's hide him for now. And now the soccer ball. What we want to do, since we're gonna take when I receive, which this is the only way a broadcast can work by taking the when I receive. And from there, we're gonna add a glide block. So before we add it, we want to make sure the ball is gonna go, let's say, right to her feet. So that's where it is. But now, even if when we play it, the ball's gonna like never move. So what we want to do is we see right here, that's the coordinate for the ball, -28, -61. So first we're gonna add this. So -28, then -61. And then so, okay, that's weird. The ball should be right here. Just okay. So I guess we're changing that to -5 and -82. Which with that, no, hang on. Let's move it down a bit. So -88. So because of that small adjustment, now we actually have to adjust the one where Ben is kicking. So we want him to go over to -2, and let's say we're not gonna make him go to negative. No, we're gonna make him go to -88, so he's the same like y distance from the ball. But before the X position, we're gonna make it just -1, so he's not on the ball. He's standing right next to it. And back on the ball, what we're gonna do is now we're gonna add the glide command, so it glides to her foot. So from there, we wanted to broadcast again what it wants us to. We're gonna switch this and add a new message and say ball is at Jordan. So now Jordan, since that's your name right here, Jordan now knows that the ball is over here. So now we're gonna move over to Jordan and also use when I receive. So when Jordan receives when I receive balls at Jordan, it's gonna switch the costume over to Jordan B. Just to be sure, in costumes, that's her kick in motion. So we're gonna assume she saves that, but we're gonna say she saved the ball. So put try and then switch the costume. But we also want to make sure the costume switches back every time. So just over there. And now we're gonna make another broadcast over in events. And now Jordan passes the ball. Instead of passing, since she's not really passing it over the bank, she shoots the ball, takes the shot at the net. We're gonna go over to control, wait 1 second, and we're gonna switch Jordan's costume, celebrating right there, being happy that she scored the goal. So now we're gonna try this. He's visible, the ball's visible. And now we have this, but the ball now when we click it, the ball's just gonna stay here even when Jordan does all those things. So what we want to do before we play this is add one more when I receive and make sure the ball, just glides into the net. So let's say somewhere around here. And over motion, we want glide. Now the ball's gonna glide right into the net. And just to make sure she doesn't move, well, she's not really moving, so we don't really need this, but just in case, I'm sorry, the ball we want after this, we wanted to make sure it comes over, it stays here. So for this is where this code should originally go. So now we want to make sure we try it before we end this. So now when he runs over to it, kicks it, and that's a goal. But over here, you see, as soon as he gets to the ball, he already switches his costume, which is not what we want. So we could just do something like this and see what happens. Now we check it. Now he actually blocks it. He actually kicks it and she stops it. So back over at Jordan. Let's see. No, she switches to costume A when she receives it pretty late in the code. So we just started when green flag is clicked. So whenever it's clicked, she's always in that position. And Jordan B is her kicking position. So now this should look way more realistic. So whenever we click the green flag, she doesn't really kick it. She kind of delays. So let's try something like this, maybe. And we open this again one more time. And now we try. So he kicks it, she stops it. Yeah, which is it's pretty delayed, I would say. Which is towards the effect that she says nice try before. There we go. So now Jordan kicks the ball right back into his net, and that makes her happy. So she celebrates. So we could do, let's say, let's add one more thing just to make her use the if then and go control. And since technically the ball is on the edge, so if touching edge, now we should probably build this code on the ball. So what we want is touching mouse pointer. So that's the edge. And over in control, we want the if then. Put that in there. Give it to forever loop. When green flag is clicked. And also, if touching the edge, broadcast new message and say Jordan scored. So back over at Jordan. When I receive, when I say Jordan scored, say yay, I win. And that should be it. So if we go through it one more time, there we go. And now she's happy. He's not gonna he's not gonna get mad. He's just gonna accept that the fact that he lost. And that's how we're gonna end the video for today. So please make sure to like, subscribe, comment, and hit the notification bell. And please tune in next time I post a video. Thank you.